Hello, Divine Ones. Welcome back. Thank you for stopping by, spending a little time with the real me. Surprise! I know it's been a really long time since I've brought a secret sauce message to you. But I thought, going into the new year, I wanted to do something fresh, something that we haven't done in a while. So I'm here with a manifestation resource or guide, like a tool that is used for manifestation. One of these tools that you can use to help you increase your manifestation effectiveness is a crystal grid. So I'm here to introduce the concept of crystal grids. And what are they? And why do we use them? How are they used? Okay, so let's get into it. A crystal grid, it's a group of crystals. So I'm sure you're familiar with crystals and gemstones and how they are used to harness the energy within the crystals and gemstones, right? To help us amplify our intentions for manifestation. So a crystal grid is a group of crystals that are placed in a specific pattern to help you attract your intentions through the energy. Okay, so basically you're harnessing the energies of the crystals for various purposes by combining your mental energy and geometrical configurations that are using the principles of sacred geometry. And the crystals are chosen for their specific uses. Like, for example, specific stones connected to romance, which, maybe to improve relationships. You can use stones like rose quartz or red jasper, red aventurine, garnet. These are all good stones to use for that purpose. Or crystals that are linked to prosperity, maybe to empower professional goals. Those kind of gemstones or crystals might be citrine, green aventurine, jasper, tiger's eye. These are all good examples of crystals used for that purpose. Crystal grids can be used for healing purposes. So healing grids focus on crystals that bring about physical and emotional or spiritual healing. So green aventurine is also used for this purpose, and lapis lazuli or lapis lazuli, I don't know how you pronounce that exactly, but lapis lazuli and green aventurine are good. Moonstone is good for, even clear quartz is good for healing purposes. These are excellent gemstones and crystals to use for that, for healing. So setting your intention is the first step in manifestation. And we know that manifestation is a beautiful and essential force. It's a very powerful force that each of us, can draw upon. We can harness that energy to manifest our ideas and turn them into reality, bring them into reality. Crystal grids are used to help you channel the energy that you need for manifestation. So a crystal grid can support you in removing physical and spiritual blockages, of which I, feel like that fits in with healing. But it can also you can also channel joy, courage, inspiration. So these are just a few examples of the energies that you can harness through a crystal grid, or that you can manifest. So you can think of a crystal grid as increasing the power of your crystals, which therefore increase the power of your manifesting energy or your manifestation energy. So, when you think of the concept of there being strength in numbers, that is relative to your crystal collection, is no exception, right? So, although you're working with crystals on their own, That's an effective way to draw energy or to manifest, but there could be occasions when you feel like your crystals might need an energetic boost, or, to be amplified, the energy to be amplified. And this is where crystal grids are helpful. So how do you make a crystal grid? Well, a crystal grid is created by using 3 or more crystals in a geometric shape. Could be like a, basic geometry, like a triangle, pyramid, or square, right? To amplify the energy of each stone individually and as a whole. So while manifesting your desired intention more fully and powerfully within that shape, geometric shape that you're placing your grids in. So the crystals and the underlying grid are chosen, with care to produce a unifying field of energy to achieve a specific objective or intention. So not only does the type of crystal matter, but also the form, the color, and the size of the crystal. That all of those concepts come into play. So therefore, if you want your crystal grid to succeed, you first have to identify which crystals to work with, how to mix the crystals, and what grid to use. So you're placing specific crystals on a sacred geometry grid that can help you benefit from connecting and amplifying specific universal energies connected to the grid. So you can start building your own crystal grids, but after you grasp the concept of the different grids, the powers that they represent, and the vibration of particular stones, like individually, and then how that vibration is adjusted, collectively, placing stones collectively. And so how do you build these crystal grids? Crystal grids are composed of a wide range of components so it's vital to consider the different grid elements and how they work together. So if you want your grid to perform at its best, you need to consider the grid as an energetic channel, connects the frequencies of the individual crystals placed upon it, and then the flow of the energy takes a specific direction that you've chosen, since it assists in aligning with manifesting or manifestation. So this is a basic, very, very basic introduction to crystal grids, and I figured I would come back later. In the past I have created like a series, and this is going to be like a mini series on crystal grids, but I figured I could come back and we can discuss more detailed steps on how to create a crystal grid. Okay, sound good? All right, it's good to be back. We'll see how long I stay. I'm usually in and out when when life makes demands on, focusing more on certain areas in the physical, then sometimes it takes away or distracts from healing activities, things like that. But that's such is life. I'll be back. Love. Talk soon.